is becoming one. If you don't know, an adventure is when you have like, it's a little bit more extreme than just an adventure.
It's a near-death experience.
Or where you get stuck or stranded or in a sticky situation. That's what I feel like we're on today. So that's what we're gonna record. We're headed actually through the mountains for a nice drive, and we're gonna go, but it's really rough. Oh my gosh, it's a crazy drive right now. Hopefully it'll be great later. And we're gonna head to a lake called Bear Lake and get some lunch, and then we'll drive back. Oh my goodness. Okay, you've already missed the big ruts and rocks, but this is kind of what our scenery is. It's really pretty. We had a little bit of rain, but it's so nice to get up here in the pine trees. Wow, you guys missed the worst of the road. Oh, well, it's getting a little rocky again, but
The worst is behind us.
the worst is behind us.
On the way back.
I'll try to record it on the way back because that was crazy.
We're with a group of a couple other people, and I've been on this road before.
But I have not.
I'm going to take them up this really steep part. They'll go up it, I'm not, but they'll go up it.
Oh my goodness, I don't like all these boulder rocks and these ruts and Alrighty, so I guess this is a trail David went up before, and we are not doing that in this Ranger. We have a different vehicle than the Friends. The Friends have a vehicle that's meant for speed, and there's no way. Heck no. That's pretty steep.
Yeah, you can make it. Just put it in 4-wheel drive, and if you got a low gear, just go. It's not as bad as it looks once you get on it. Like I said, the Ranger made it up, but you'll easily make it up.
There goes our friends up it. Oh yeah, they easily got it. But see, theirs is different than ours.
Yeah. I don't
Ours
have the
is
turbo.
not the
I don't have the
same.
horsepower.
Well, and
That
ours
did
got
go
more
up it.
top heavy.
It did go up it, but it's sketch.
It's just different. That's crazy. That's a little steep for what I want to be doing.
They make it look easy.
They do, because
It's-
they got different vehicles.
It's not as bad as it looks, but when
still,
you're in a tank,
It's scary.
it's
Because it's pretty
scary.
steep. Like, that's like a 30%, 40,
Oh, yeah, easy.
30, 40% grade. I don't know what they would put that. That's pretty steep.
See, they can kind of see it, but
It's pretty
Yeah.
steep up, so.
so if you got like a
And-
turbo R, you can easy do it.
These are the roads we're dealing with, the ruts. The ruts that will sometimes run right down the middle of the road, and you just have to like straddle the rut and dodge it. Crazy. Are they coming back down? Is it scarier going down or up?
To me, it was scarier going down because I actually went down in that,
Ugh,
and it's
steep down.
Once you start sliding, if you go sideways, you'll roll. So you got to stay in
Yeah.
control.
So is this a good place to stand? Should we be getting out of the way? Oh, I'm gonna move. They're flying. Holy crap. They're way flying. Alrighty, there's a whole bunch of sheep out here. See if you can spot all the sheep.
And if you can find the sheepdog.
There's
See
two
Tyler?
sheepdogs. You see them?
Yeah, right over there.
Oh, I see two sheepdogs. They're not even white.
They look like the sheep.
Are those the sheepdogs?
Yeah, that white one is.
Oh, there's a white dog that is sheep. That brown and black is not then. We got wildlife in real time.
And Homo sapiens.
So we've seen cows, we've seen sheep, we've seen people. Wow, what a good ride.
I hope we see like an elk or a moose.
We did see
We saw this on a trail before.
yeah, we did see a moose before. I don't think we recorded it. Yeah, we were just
Here are
going for a
pictures.
ride.
Here, we'll show you a picture of what the moose looks like on a different trail. Right here.
Alrighty, we have taken a stop. We're probably halfway to where we're gonna eat lunch. Anyway, we're stopping at a memorial to a crash site for soldiers that were returning from the Korean War, and before they made it home, their airplane crashed in this area. They were too heavy. They had too many people on the plane. And so it's kind of nice to just come up here and I guess pay respects for those that have fought for our country. Anyway, we're gonna go to the crash site, see the memorial, and then head on to lunch. Alrighty, so Here's the memorial. It kind of talks about the crash site there. It has a memory of all the soldiers that were killed. And these are little bits and pieces of the crash. And the plane actually crashed up there and took off the tops of the trees. So it's a little hike to get up to the actual crash site, but this is the memorial. And this story of what happened. Alright, we're headed on the other side of the mountain, and beyond those trees over there.
Can't see it anymore.
You can't see it anymore, but there is the lake. I thought I would get out the phone out at any time, but
The trail's gotten much better.
the trail is a lot more pleasant. But yeah, there's a lake over there where the Blue Mountains are. That's where we're headed. We just stopped for lunch. We had a burger and it started raining on us. So we're very fogged up and rainy, but there's a really yummy burger joint here. You wouldn't even know
It's
it.
like in a gas station
Yeah, it's in a
slash
gas
convenience
station.
store, hair care, and tire center.
And I totally forgot to film because we were just enjoying our lunch with our friends, and
And it started raining.
I didn't realize, and then it started raining, and now we're back in the Ranger. Luckily about this Ranger, when cold rain comes down on you, you can roll up the windows, turn on the heater.
Yes. Climate control.
comfortable.
That's the good thing about this.
Yeah.
So, and going back, it's going to be a little bit muddy. So the guys that are riding in the Razors are going to be kicking up mud, and we'll just be. We don't even have to put a jacket
And they
on.
have wet seats.
We don't have to put on goggles.
No, we're comfortable in here. It's like riding in a vehicle, but now we're headed back. We finished lunch. We're headed back, and hopefully we'll see some wildlife, some real wildlife.
Comment down below.
Oh,
Would
it's
you
right.
rather see a bear, a moose, or an elk? What would you like to see? 'Cause maybe you'll see
All
one of those in
three.
this video.
Actually, mostly the bear and the moose, because I've seen lots of elk.
Bear.
But really?
Hey, dude, if we
That
saw a
doesn't
bear,
count.
that would be crazy. I've never seen a bear here.
Okay, I hear them. Start up. We're out of here. Oh, they're going up it.
So it's been raining, so the trail is muddy, and I don't know if I want to go up it
No,
because
don't.
we're a lot heavier of
I
a
don't want
machine than
to.
them. So I think we're gonna just sit here and watch them.
I don't like going up those hills and
Maybe next time when we don't have Katie, we'll go
yeah,
up it.
exactly. We are back at the wildlife. This is where we saw them before. We've seen another group of cows, and it was actually really funny because one cow was staring down
Oh, yeah, it
our
was like-
friend's vehicle and refused to get out of the road. And it was drooling and had slobber running down. It was funny.
How many do you count in there?
I don't know. This cow's like eyeing you though, like get away.
She's got her little baby there with her.
Yeah. That's funny. Headed back. We're on the way back. It's pretty because it's all rained. So now everything's fresh.
Everything is muddy instead of dusty. So you have the trade-off. You either get really dusty or you get a little muddy. Which would you prefer, dust or mud? I prefer the mud.
Boys are chilling. Electronics come even when we're riding.
Yep.
All right, we just spotted some deer up here in the trees right there. Oh, it just took up the mountain.
See it?
Yeah, we barely caught them, but they were up inside the trees there. They're kind of, yeah, they're hiding a little bit, but yeah, deer up in there. So, yeah, we saw some wildlife. Yay! We are now to the sketchy part of the road that I was talking about when we were coming up. This is what it looks like going down. It does not look that bad on camera, Kay, but this part of the road is not so bad. It does get a lot rockier
Muddy right here, though.
and ruddy and just crazy because you're on a hill. We're actually going down. And you do have to straddle the ruts. But it's the rocks. The rocks are so jarring. And I don't like all the rocks. Oh.
Especially after you
This is
drink
hard.
a 32-ounce drink about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's about to call.
But we have seen outside along the road some plants that we could forage for, but they're not quite ready. There's some berries that look like raspberries. Don't go eating anything you see in the wild.
Right there.
You're gonna have to show.
Right there. And there's hundreds of them.
All up and down this mountain.
They look like raspberries.
So we know, we've identified the berries and we know that we can eat them. but they're not ripe, they're not ready. But don't ever eat berries in the wild unless you know what you're eating. We know a few different types of berries in our area that are edible. I'm just surprised at how many are here, that we could come back in a couple weeks and forage a whole ton of berries. There's a bunch. Actually, there's a bunch here that are, yeah, pretty ripe. And we could make jam or something.
If it wasn't so muddy, I'd get out and try one.
Yeah, but it's a nice ride. We'll have to.
Big rut.
Yeah, so it's just avoiding all these ruts.
Because if you fall down in it, the unit could get stuck.
Or tilt.
Or tip over on its side.
Which is no
So
fun.
be careful.
It's just from spring runoffs that have made the ruts. And then there's all the rocky road that is just jarring on your bladder. But it's fun, it's pretty, lots to see. Oh, see, these are the rocks I'm talking about. It's
They're
just
bouncy.
all rocks. Oh.
So this particular model of the Ranger has a little bit higher clearance, but yet sometimes we still hit the rocks underneath. It's pretty crazy. Ugh.
Oh, we're feeling it. Ugh. And then back to ruts. If there's not rocks, there's ruts. Oh, we fell in the rut. Oh, just don't get in that rut. Oh my goodness. We might though, because it is muddy.
Sliding into it.
Yeah, it's hard to stay out of them when it's so muddy. And you don't want to go over the edge or else then we roll. And then we are in problem.
If it does roll, keep your arms inside and just cuff.
Yeah. The good thing about this one is that we have a tow hitch on it what is it called? A winch. So we can fasten it to a tree and kind of get ourselves out. But we don't want to do that.
I'd rather have it and not use it than not have it and need it.
Yeah. Alrighty, we made it back from our trip, and actually, as dirty as that is nowhere near as dirty as our friends'. Our friends' vehicles were covered from head to toe, from the top to the bottom, in lots of mud.
Their tires are big, and the tires just flip it up over the top.
It's actually kind of funny because they even got a little bit muddy themselves. But we were spotless. So David, this is kind of our routine when we get back. We come back, park it out on the lawn. David gives it a good scrub down bath.
Yeah, so this is like your regular power washer, but check this out. If you get one of these, but this is cool because this is a big foam wash. So it just puts a big layer of foam all over it. It's pretty cool. Check this out. Let it sit for a few minutes, and then when you go to wash it off, the mud comes off so much easier.
Huh.
So
That's cool. That's the first
shout
time
out to Chemical Guys, not sponsored, but they make a pretty good product.
That's funny.
If you don't wash off the mud soon, what happens is it turns into almost like concrete, and it becomes very, very, very difficult to get off. So I try to get at it as soon as I get back.
Because where we live, it's clay soil, so you could like
it's sticky.
really mold it and shape it because
You
it's
can make
just
pottery
clay.
out of this mud.
It's clay, so.
But if you don't get it off, then it starts to
bakes on.
Yeah, it becomes a huge problem. And if you want to take care of your stuff, you got to get it taken off. It's going to take me probably an hour and a half to clean this.
In the hot sun.
But that's part of the fun of owning a UTV.
Yep.
Katie keeps calling it an ATV. This is a UTV.
What's the difference between an ATV and UTV?
Let's see if everybody knows. Comment down below. What's the difference between an ATV and a UTV?
A utility. I don't know. What's ATV? Something.
You have to look it up. That's what I'm
Ah.
gonna say. But see, now that that's coming off, watch this how easy it is for the mud to come flying off. You see how like here?
Yeah.
Like, normally I'd have to take a brush and scrub it, but see
it's
you
starting
can
to come off, so
you
you
can
could
just
just
take it
add
off.
a little more soap and let it soak.
Yep, you just let it soak for a few minutes and then you just spray it off. Normally I don't even have to use the brush. I have the brush over there if for some reason it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
But you can see it comes right out of the plastic because I pre-soaked it. If you don't pre-soak it, you got to start scrubbing. So.
Sweet.
We'll have it all cleaned up, ready to take it out mudding tomorrow.
Probably. That's what, seriously, we have had too many mud adventures this year, but it's been
almost
fun.
like 2 parts riding, 1 part cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, you guys, that is what we kind of like to do normally when we're not filming videos. This is our adventure. Don't you dare blast me with that. That will hurt. So this is one of the things that we really love to do. You guys let us know what your summer activities are that you love to do. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Till next time, remember to make today an adventure. Gotta do the tagline. That's how it's done.
See ya.